Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now December 24th of 2021, and ever since the very end of The Mandalorian Season 2 and The Bad Batch, a lot of Star Wars fans around the world have truly been looking forward to what Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, Bob Chapek, George Lucas, and others like Deborah Chow have really in store for the new Star Wars universe with new Star Wars TV shows and projects. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, I am on Twitter at Mike01 if you guys want to go ahead and give me a follow on there. I do post a couple of entertaining things from time to time and really make sure to interact with you guys further. So what's even all the more exciting now is that not only do we have shows like the Book of Boba Fett, Mando Season 3, the Ahsoka Tano series, and even the Kenobi show on the horizon, we have a handful of other animated Star Wars TV shows working alongside those live-action ones, like The Bad Batch Season 2, and even Season 3, which is in the early development phase, just as an example. So, with that being said, one thing that a lot of fans always really enjoyed was the Clone Wars. Now, the Clone Wars animated TV series, let me tell you, I mean, it really was revolutionary at the time because it was the very TV show that really gave us a little bit more, in-depth looks into the characters of Anakin, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and other characters associated with them. And that is exactly why Dave Filoni is pretty much the protege to, of course, George Lucas in the long run. Now, with that being said, what's even all the more exciting and intriguing by, of course, Disney CEO Bob Chapek and exactly what he has in store for the Star Wars fandom has everything to do with actor Hayden Christensen and, of course, actor Ewan McGregor as Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi. We'll dive into that in just a second. So we already know that Hayden and Ewan are back for the Kenobi series, and Hayden is also back for the Ahsoka Tano show as well. So with that being said, with both Disney and Lucasfilm now primarily focused on their new Star Wars TV shows and films that will later be announced at Star Wars Celebration, it's described that Disney CEO Bob Chapek has been making big moves over at Disney in order to make Star Wars into a mega success for the lineup of new shows and movies. Further, it's described that Chapek recently made the call to not only greenlight a show that revolves around Luke Skywalker, but also a brand new show that is set to focus on Anakin Skywalker during the Clone Wars era that is now being planned to be done in live-action form. Further, it's described that this is most likely the mysterious third project that Hayden is attached to that will involve the revolutionary de-aging technology. Lucasfilm is currently in the very early stages of working on the new series, and they have a big plan to drop it by 2025 on Disney+. Now, the thing about Disney+, alright, they have a handful of shows in the roster that's going to be unveiled at Celebration next year. We're going to be figuring out exactly which shows are going to be releasing when, and which shows are going to be releasing before or after other TV shows to kind of get a better idea of how this new timeline is really going to all be figured out among the fandom. Moving on. Now, the plan by Chapek is to explore unknown aspects of the Clone Wars era and timeline that is going to work in conjunction with the actual TV series that was animated. Lucasfilm plans to announce this fully at Star Wars Celebration of 2022 next year, with Hayden Christensen joining the stage to talk about his conversations with Disney on signing up for the role to return as Anakin in the flesh and being alive and well during the era. Not just that, however, but actor Ewan McGregor is also set to sign on to this live-action adaptation of the Clone Wars era. There is a reason why Disney is moving forward with this, and that, of course, this is all due to Disney wanting to make the Clone Wars more familiar to casual fans by making it into a live-action series. They realize that not all fans watch the animated material, and as Disney Plus, of course, is to do more Clone Wars spin-off series, they want to expand it into live-action first, so that they can create this momentum among the fans to actually check out the brand new shows that will arrive in the next couple of years. So I don't know if you guys caught that, but they will be doing more Clone Wars spin-off series. That to me is even all the more exciting. Now, obviously a lot of fans love shows like The Bad Batch, and they want to see more of things like that. Now, myself, I will be honest, The Bad Batch could be a lot better. I'm really not super crazy about it, but it does have its values, it does have its moments like Cad Bane, And they're going to be experimenting more and more with that, with Season 2 and Season 3 for next year and for 2023. Moving on. So further, of course, Disney Plus is set to do more Clone Wars spin-off series. They want to expand it into live action, of course, first. But Bob Chapek is best described to be very excited about doing all of this for LUCASFILM. Ewan McGregor is said to have been in the talks about this project for the past 6 months to reprise his role as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Disney is actually set to use new de-aging technology strategies at a low level, given that they don't have to de-age them by much. This process, in turn, will be a low investment for Disney to pour into the show that will be worth the benefits. Now, the series is set to feature a handful of new villains as well as returning ones, as seen in the Clone Wars animated series. So far, of course, it is planned to be an even series with the opportunity, if well received, to turn into a multi-season show. Creators Favreau, Filoni, and Lucas will also call the shots on many of the lore that will be inserted into the series. LUCASFILM plans to hire writers for the show sometime at the end of 2022, and that Chapek is demanding that LUCASFILM only hire experienced writers to work with Favreau and Filoni. So, here's the deal about this show, is that basically they're starting it off as an event series with the opportunity to grow into a multi-season show. The same exact thing goes as follows for the Book of Boba Fett, for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, and for the Ahsoka Tano show. All of which so far are event series, basically meaning that they're really only meant to be one season and one season only. And that, I think, is a little bit unfair for shows like Kenobi or shows like Ahsoka. I feel that shows like that deserve to be multi-season, and I believe that they will end up being that, as long as it gets good fan reception, good reviews, and if the ratio of people liking it and not liking it is very well received, I think that we're going to see more and more multi-season shows instead of event series per se. So, like I say, I think that the whole concept of event series is just Disney playing things safe in case, if the show goes south and it doesn't work out, or they don't want to prematurely say that, shows like this are going to be 2 seasons right off the bat. They want to experiment. They want to make sure that they can keep their options open and that they can really kind of explore all these characters in depth. So that's what they ultimately want to do. So 2022 and 23 are by far going to be the most busiest years for Disney and Lucasfilm to work with, of course, creators like Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni and such, and even George Lucas at their side. They want to also make sure that Deborah Chow is going to get a chance to direct a lot more other episodes of other TV shows out there. I mean, she did fantastic work on The Mandalorian, and she's getting her shot in the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series. So that's another thing to keep in mind here. Overall, I think that Jon Favreau is going to nail it. He's going to do a great job with the new series overall. I think that we have a lot of great things coming our way for 2022 and beyond. And overall, I think that when you look at everything related to Kathleen Kennedy, she's still having issues with the Acolyte TV series as a great example. I still don't believe that that show's going to be all that great, to be honest with you guys, but I digress. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know about all this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.